Hey everyone, Mark here, and I finally got my hands on the Samsung Chromebook Pro, and, well, let's just do the title card first. Before I dive into this review, I want to remind you that Promevo is a premier Google partner, focusing solely on our customers' Google Lives. We here at Promevo want to engage with as many people as possible to share all of our offerings from G Suite to Chrome devices, to software solutions like our very own G Panel and G Scholar to help build and maintain your Google Life needs. If you want to know more about us, go ahead and just click this little guy right here. You know the drill, it's time for a spec sheet. This is particularly important to those of you who watch our videos and then almost immediately ask me what the Octane score was. I will always put that score in here with the rest of the specs. So if all of this information is stuff you want to see, get ready to pause. Alright, let's get down to basics. You've probably seen a bunch of reviews on this over the last few months. We got a Chromebook Plus in really early, which was awesome, but just got our Pro in now. After using both, I think I know why, but I'm still going to give this at least a quick rundown like I do in all of my reviews. Regardless, after some time with my Chromebook Plus, did Samsung just think that we were, I don't know, Christian Bale?
Does it come in black?
Now, a quick warning, I don't have a lot of new things to say about this. It's just not much different than the Plus I reviewed, to the point that I actually kept joking that I was just going to reuse the original Plus review video footage for large portions of this review. Let's just jump in. Let's talk display. It's got that same killer 12.3-inch 2400 by 1600 native resolution display that the Chromebook Plus had. It was a highlight of the first device, and it is definitely still a highlight here. I still stand as a fan of the 3x2 form factor as well. It's still the brightest and most vibrant display I've actually ever gotten to see on a Chromebook. The touchscreen functions pretty well still, and there's the additional stylus for more specific interactions. Let's talk power. The big change here on the Chromebook Pro versus the Chromebook Plus is the addition of a 2.2 GHz Intel Core M3 processor instead of the hexa-core ARM processor. To be honest though, I didn't really notice much of a difference here. However, I did find my experience with the Plus to be pretty good, so this was definitely better, but just marginally better as far as my usage went. That said, it nearly doubles the Octane score of the Plus, being just under 20,000. The processor handles the Play Store pretty well too. I know there was a lot of concern about that. Hours of Castle Clash worked pretty well, though I did notice after a few hours of game time, please go ahead and start judging me, I did notice some slowdown. However, a quick reboot of the Chromebook actually resolved that issue. That said, and I'm not really sure if it's just my specific unit, but it got crazy hot after a disappointingly short amount of time. I would love to hear from all of you who have Chromebook Pros to see if that's an issue specific just to my unit or if that's like a thing across the board on the Pros. But after a little while of usage, it gets really hot. Let's talk battery. Now on this one, we're quoted at 9 hours of battery life compared to the Chromebook Plus's 10 hours, but I'm actually getting a little less than the Plus at just above 7 hours this time compared to the 8.5 or so that I got on the Chromebook Plus. Again, by keeping the brightness down, you'll keep it much closer to the 9-hour mark. I would attribute this loss in battery life probably to the processor. Let's talk input methods. If you're not getting the picture yet, this is almost the exact same device as the Plus, so it has the same trackpad and keyboard. The trackpad works really well, it rejects palms when typing and so on. The keyboard has those same oddly shaped few keys, just like the backspace and the tab key, to fit the 3x2 format, but as I mentioned on the Plus, has arguably the worst keyboard on the market right now, especially for a device called Pro. It feels like a cheaper version of the very first Samsung Chromebook that I ever had. It feels really thin, it feels incredibly cheap, and it's really disappointing that this wasn't something that was given more attention when building both this and the Plus model. I recently reviewed the Acer C738T, for example, which is a $200-ish education model that has a drastically better keyboard. My point is, the Chromebook Pro is about $550 to $600, and having such a cheap keyboard at this price point is pretty much inexcusable to me. Compared to the Asus C302, for example, a direct competitor that has a great feel when typing. It feels like they actually spend a lot of time thinking that, hey, people are going to probably type on this. I should probably build a nice keyboard for them. Lastly, there's the stylus, which still works great. No changes there. It's great for highlighting or selecting small icons on screen or doing screen captures, that sort of thing. I know all of you wanted to give me a hard time about the laser pointer mode, which is great because it is great for using on an external display if you wanted to do that. Let's talk form factor and build. I've gone on record a few times, probably even a few times in this video, stating that I really like the 3x2 form factor. It really makes it feel a little different than all the other devices I have, and I find that I use my Plus quite often in its tablet form, and am doing really the same thing with this Pro. The keyboard was easy to acclimate to with regards to those resized keys, so that wasn't a real big deal. But regarding the build, it feels fairly premium, but maybe not quite as premium as I'd like, or that I personally think that the price tag denotes. Let's talk jorts. Jorts, you know, jean shorts, they're still uncommonly popular. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong review, but you can actually still send me your jorts to review. Email me at marklovesjorts@aol.com. Let's talk ports, though. This is still one area the device lacks in. There's a micro SD card port for data transfer and just 2 USB Type-C ports. I'll reiterate my thoughts from the Plus review again here and say that it's cool to be forward-thinking with the Type-C ports, but it's still a little disappointing to not include a USB 3.0 as that connection standard is not dead or really close to dead quite yet. I just personally don't believe in spending more money to make something work that's really only been removed for what I would assume are cosmetic purposes. Here's my short wrap up on the Chromebook Pro. It's a really quality Chromebook. It's powerful enough to keep up with intense applications from the Google Play Store. It's capable of handling plenty of tabs with no trouble. It's got a gorgeous display, truly one of the best. But to me, has some fairly glaring oversights that prevent it from being truly as awesome as I think it should be. Look, I like my Pro still. I think most of the pluses that I gave to the Plus, I hate that that was even a joke, but I give all the pros to it. I think that they're still accurate here, right? Like, you know, when it's working, I'm just really concerned that it might not be a long-term relationship now. That said, if this is plagued with some of the issues that my Plus ultimately ended up having as well, rest assured that I'll be right here to make sure that I'm roasting them if there is an issue. I want to let you know how much I appreciate all of your comments. Thank you so much. It's really a lot of fun to engage with all of you after the videos. I think it's cool that you guys want to talk about this stuff because I want to talk about it too. And ultimately, the content's all for you. Okay, obviously we're a business, and since I love receiving my paycheck, I want to remind you, if you are a business, place of education, government facility, or nonprofit organization, please let Promevo be your provider for all of your Google Life needs. Visit shop.promevo.com for more. Let me know what you thought in the comments, and as always, please like, share, and subscribe for more sweet videos like this one. Thanks so much, and I'll see you guys next time.